Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Well, hello there, Mr. Nate.
Hello.
It is good to see you. I'm looking, and yes, our chat window is active for all of you out there who want to join the chat. And since I've got you here, Nate, I'm just going to say we're going to talk about your hat today. I'm excited to see it because you're not using a green screen today. I know, spoiler, but you have a green hat, so it's going to work out quite well.
Yes.
Your background is not much to speak about, but it's very nice and homogeneous. We're going to cover tips and tricks. We're going to cover just the headlines, everybody's favorite, the internet sensation, and much, much more. And you may have seen my background here with some jellyfish floating by.
Yes.
Quite nice.
Yes. I do like that. You're making up for my lack of color.
Yes, I've got a multicolored backsplash going on here. So what do you got for us? I'm excited to see what your hat
Yes.
is.
As you said, I wanted to wear this one weeks ago, and I was like, oh, green screen, that's not going to work too well. So this one I found in my archives.
The dozen?
Yes.
What does it mean? I mean, I know what a dozen is, but
I have no idea, and I actually sent it to ChatGPT to see if it would know anything. It didn't know anything. I searched Google. There was nothing. So I don't know if it was a ranch or a softball team or who knows.
Who knows? Hey, so as we talked before, I'm on the Google Analytics app.
Yes.
And I'm refreshing it to see if there's today's episode in there. It must be just only for after the fact.
Oh, yes. It does some weird things with lives where it doesn't.
Okay. Well, the reason that's relevant, ladies and gentlemen, because I wanted to bring up our live chat today, but that's going to have to wait for another time.
Yes.
So you're just going to have to participate. And I'm going to get things started by putting in hi. There it is. Welcome to the live show. Feel free to chime in. Anyway, so what do we got lined up today? I'm excited for our show because there's a lot of cool things. But
we have got technology to talk about. I do want to remind people, I might just do this every week because I actually ended up at the Apple store twice last week and saw a lot of people looking at iPhones. We are less than a month away from new iPhones. Do not buy an iPhone right now. Less than a month until new iPhones. Actually, it should be about a month when we actually have the new iPhones, not just the announcement.
That's a good reminder.
I was tempted to start picketing in front of the Apple store. That place is packed all the time, and there's just so many people looking at iPhones, and I'm just like, oh.
It's like Costco. You got to plan on when to go to Costco to avoid all the crowds. And so we made the foolish mistake Saturday because we needed something. We drove into the parking lot. There on the side that we park on, there was not one spot. And so we went to another part of town, had a late lunch, waited about an hour and a half, went back, and it had cleared out a little bit. But you got it. Just like Costco, the Apple store, you got a plan.
Yes. I was taking a laptop to get fixed, not my laptop, another one. And it was, I had an appointment, even still had to wait for a while, and then they didn't have the part. So then I had to go back another day, but that place is crazy. And some of the stuff you see in there was one of the old iMacs, the white ones with the super big chin underneath it that somebody had brought in. And then the other time there was somebody.
What were they doing with that thing?
I don't know, probably data transfer. The other time there was somebody with probably a 27-inch iMac, and the screen was just cracked and like taped, like clear shipping tape over the screen.
And they're like, do you have another
on that one?
You should come to me because I have all of those models at work, and I could just sell them the glass part.
Yeah, there you go. But that was interesting. I did see on that one they were running a backup to an external hard drive, so maybe it had gotten dropped or something. They wanted to get their stuff off of it. But
It's kind of
Apple,
sad. Well, I'm
yeah,
sorry. I was just going to go on a quick sidestep.
yeah,
It's a little sad that the only offering for the iMac now is the 21 inch or whatever. They don't have the nice big
yeah,
27-inch iMac that I love.
yeah.
Come on, Apple, bring it back, please.
Yeah. I agree with them in minimizing IMAX because I'm a firm believer in buying the computer and the monitor separate. But
Meh.
at the same time, I know there's a large swath of the population,
Well,
mostly you and Wes,
well, I have a
that love
nice
the
27-inch monitor here that costs like $250. It's not
yeah,
near as good as the iMac monitor.
yeah,
If I want that, I have to buy their cinema display, which is like more than my iMac. So
yes,
that's the
yes,
value proposition that probably Wes and I really love. A nice
yes,
screen and a computer for one low, affordable price.
yes, yes. Oh, well, let us get into our main topic this week. I just wanted to talk about this. We've had a couple of them in the just the headline segments previously, but this, I believe it was this past week. Yes, it was. In this headline from CNBC,
Hmm.
Tesla Optimus rival Unitree shines at World Humanoid Robot Games in China. So they wrapped up Sunday. They did a bunch of sports. The 3-day competition hosted in Beijing wrapped on Sunday, attracting 280 teams from 16 countries. Oh, and Dave, I was going to tell you, probably don't click on the video in this article because
Okay.
I had to watch like a 70-second ad before I could watch it. Now, yours
Boo.
might block that, but um, including the US teams, robots manufactured by Chinese companies such as Unitree and Booster,
Hmm.
dance battles, martial arts, track and field events, such as the 1500-meter races and long jump and the soccer tournament. Yeah, the soccer is epic. They just,
They just fall over each other.
yes.
Well, that's a pretty good robot there. Here we. That was a woman, I guess. Oh, here's one
No,
with a panda head.
oh, that
Without the
must be the
audio, there's no
opening
context.
ceremonies.
What is this? A runner?
Running.
He just got a
Ooh,
penalty for changing lanes. Oh, here's the soccer again. Now either they're really small or that ball is giant.
yeah.
I think they're small. I think
Yeah,
that's the thing.
they look pretty small, but that might be a bigger ball as well. I did see some viral clip on social media. I should have found it again of one of the track
Boxing.
guys. I think they were doing a relay where they had to hand off the controller for the robots to the next person.
Oh,
And right as they handed it off, the robot veered and ran into a couple actual
oh
humans.
boy.
But yeah, the boxing.
So they all look the same. Is this the same company or what?
There
It
was,
doesn't.
I think there was several different companies, I thought, but
I guess just the
uh,
sports. It might be more of an exhibition. See,
yeah,
like the boxing, those are the same
yeah,
guys.
the legs
I
flipped
know.
out. I
Oh,
was looking around for, like full coverage and saw some other people asking for it as well. Cause yeah, I would just watch hours of this in the background, but
You should have told me ahead of time that was so engaging. I would have put it on my screen back here, and that would have been
yes.
the whole thing. Dun
Oh,
dun dun
the
dun 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 dun.
This
Copyright
this
strike.
is definitely an episode you'll want to watch, folks, or at least this section on YouTube. But yeah, it is interesting just to see, and we've been talking about these robots for years with Boston Dynamics and the dog robots. Then we saw a bunch of them at CES this year.
Yeah,
But these humanoid robots, so that there's two real things that you have to think about. Like Tesla has their Optimus humanoid robot, where it's basically C3PO, where you're trying to recreate a human's actions. Now, if you think about practical application on a robot,
yeah,
like think in an Amazon warehouse, what good does it do to have a humanoid robot versus some robot that's completely designed to do the job? Because there's a lot of jobs that humans are not really designed for.
yeah.
So,
That's the age-old question, of course. Oh boy, I got a bunch of audio in my ear from clicking on that
oh,
YouTube thing again. Um, that's the question. Do you design your warehouses to be organized in a way that humans aren't needed and you have robots go do all the stuff. Maybe you can pack things closer together because there's not a human involved that has to get a ladder or a forklift or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's just a robot arm that goes and grabs stuff. Or do you design human warehouses and develop humanoid robots to pick and pull all the items? I would say the future is completely optimized storage for robots and robotic workers to pick and pull all the products, because it just seems more efficient and ultimately cheaper because you don't have to pay pensions on robots, hopefully.
Yes, yes. Well,
Subscriptions to their software, maybe.
yeah, a perfect example of something we have seen is like the delivery robots. Now, you could have a humanoid that carries your package down the street or your food and delivers it to your house, or you have a little motorized cooler.
Yeah.
Basically, a lot of these things look
Or
like,
a
or it can,
drone.
yes, or a drone, but then it carries the food. It's designed for that. So, I think we're going to see all these applications. It's a tad bit dystopian, but I did see somebody post, it's like, yeah, Amazon's goal within 5 to 10 years is to completely replace all humans in the warehouse and all human delivery drivers. That would be great for Amazon.
That'd be wonderful for Amazon.
Yeah, not for people, but I mean, that's really the way this kind of stuff is going is, along with AI, which is, some of these robots are going to utilize AI. A lot of the ones at these Chinese games were remote controlled, but
Yeah.
I could see in 2 years, these could all be AI robots. And
Sure.
um,
Fully
it's,
autonomous. They can talk to
yeah.
you, have opinions, do search queries, those type of things.
Yeah, so the robots are here and the robot games. If you aren't watching the YouTube video, you should be. But if you aren't, go just search for some videos on this. The Chinese human or the World Humanoid Robot Games in China.
And I'm reminded from Rick and Morty, he makes these little robots type stuff. And he had one on the table. It was about a couple inches high. And he's like, "What is my purpose? Your purpose is to pass me butter." And he's like, "Oh," like that's his
Yes.
only purpose, was to pass him the butter.
Yes.
These
Yeah.
robots are going to become sentient and be like, "What's my purpose? Oh, to pick items to ship to humans." Oh, they're not going to dig that too much.
No, no, no. But
A box
yeah,
for
so
my entertainment.
yes, yes. But that was a fun little topic. But you know what your sole purpose is, Dave?
What is my purpose?
Dave's pro tip of the week.
A little lag on the on the sound effect today.
Robot leg.
A little robot lag. Your purpose is to play sounds. So this is going to be quick and dirty. Hopefully not dirty, but quick. This has come to my attention more than you would want. I'm I'm switching my phone so there isn't any private stuff on here. Okay, so let's go over to my phone real quick. Nate, have you ever tried to move an icon into a folder, but then as you approach the folder moves up to the other line?
Yes.
And then you're like, well, now I have to go back down. But when you move back down, the folder goes to the other line.
Yes.
I'm going to show you a surefire, easy way to deal with this. So there are a
Okay.
couple ways to get into the technical term is called jiggle mode.
Yes.
It reminds me of a girl I used to date in college, but I digress. Anyway, if you just tap and hold anywhere on your phone screen, it'll go into jiggle mode. Alternatively, you can tap and drag an icon and it goes into jiggle mode. I don't know if you knew that. It's maybe a quicker way to do it. Who knows? But I will show you an example of what I'm talking about. The App Store. I want it to be in the folder called Folder. Here we go. I'm going to drag it down to the folder, but folder jumped up to the row above where the App Store was. Now I have to go. I'm going to, no. Oh, no. So one solution that people have done is like, well, I'm going to put the folder and the app on the same row so that they don't jump around and then I can successfully do it. But what if I told you there's a better way?
Ooh.
The better way is, I'm just going to say geometry is the solution. What you want to do is to use right angles, not diagonal angles, to
Interesting.
do these things. And so, watch it not work. I'm going to come down, and now I'm going to slide over. I can go right.
What is this sorcery?
Right in there. Let's see. I want to go this way and then straight down. Oh, it worked perfectly. Look at that. So right angles is the trick to get objects where you want them to go. Boom.
I had no idea that
Down
was
here,
humanly
right angle,
possible.
Let go. Works every time. I will demonstrate again the way not to do it. Let's get this going. Diagonal. No. Diagonal. Oh, what? I want to... How? No, you moved. What do I... Oh, it's
I'm
madness.
just having anxiety of your icons getting out of order. That will...
But
that
see
would
here,
throw me.
I'm below the folder.
Yeah.
That's the sound effect. Right inside. So right angles to each other is a solution, not diagonal drags. Who knew? All this time, for years.
No idea.
For years. That's how you do it. Anyway.
Mind blown.
Yeah. So there you go.
Wow. That is crazy.
Now we got that off of our chest.
Yeah. Yes. Well, that must mean it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Just the Headlines.
Yes. Let me go to my driveway cam.
Yeah. Phew.
There was a man looking at the tire of that giant pickup.
Oh.
I believe it was the owner. Spoiler, it's my neighbor. I knew who he was. I was trying to be mysterious, checking the pressure. But yeah, it's a quiet day in the neighborhood. We've got, for all those in the south of the equator who are interested in our forecast, we've got, a balmy, here we go, 77 degrees here in the Shawood.
Yes.
Oops, sorry. So anyway, it's rather nice outside if I can get to the right camera. 77 degrees. High of 81 today, low of 55. Oh, it's going to cool down tonight.
Yeah.
Dang.
Cool nights. It's only middle of August. We're not supposed to have cool nights yet.
I know.
But I will take
What's
it.
up with that?
I will
Anyway.
take it. Oh, very cool. Let's get to just the headlines.
UK government suggests deleting files to save water.
Iconic U.S. film company Kodak warns it may go out of business.
Again. Kodak says it'll figure things out and won't shut down.
Hulu app to be phased out as Disney is fully integrating service into Disney Plus.
Bezos-backed methane tracking satellite is lost in space.
Norwegian lotto mistakenly told thousands they were filthy rich after math error.
And finally, U.S. Navy backs right to repair after $13 billion with a B dollar carrier crew left half-fed by contractor-locked ovens.
And those are just the headlines.
Finally, all we needed was the government to get on board with right to repair, even though millions, probably tens of thousands, not millions of people, constituents have written their Congress critters and said, we want right to the repair. And they go, oh, sure, we're going to write. Oh, wait. Oh, Mr. Lobbyist, you have a lot of money for us? Oh, sorry, we're not going to do the right to repair. So now that the government is being burned by this problem, maybe we'll see some change.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I guess I should have remind people that we are the most nonpartisan tech podcast on the internet. But I think that right to repair is a nonpartisan issue.
Yes. I would agree. Well, it's time for our favorite, newest segment, Listener Mail.
I've spent probably 2 hours searching for just the right jingle for that.
Yes.
And then I gave up. So for
Yes.
now, it's air horn. But what do we got for us today, Nate, on listener mail?
Well, this one is from number one fan to show, Hey Grandma. And she actually asked this a couple weeks. And it was the whole idea of authenticator apps. Now, she had a bill that she needed to pay, and they needed to do an authenticator app. And it was like she didn't find out until the day her bill was due. And she was trying to figure it out. And she's decently computer savvy. I mean, she does listen to the Not Nerd Show.
It's true. She knows all kinds of stuff.
Yes. But she just was having the hardest time getting this set up. So I thought we would just talk a little bit about these authenticator apps. Now, before the show, Dave and I were discussing this. And for a long time, I have recommended to everyone Authy, Authy. And it was, well, it still is a great service. It's owned by Twilio, which they own a lot of different online services that are very helpful. But the reason why I liked Authy was that it was cross-platform. So I could have the app on my phone, but most of the time I'm doing stuff on my laptop.
Yeah.
And so I could have the Authy app on my laptop and then just go over, copy, paste right into the app, the web browser window or the login, whatever it was, and it worked well. But they took away the desktop app and you can only do it on mobile devices now.
Why would they do that? That seems so silly.
I
Just
don't
less
know.
development, I'm sure.
Yes. Maybe some sort of security thing, but
You could do it through a web browser.
Yeah. And so I'm a little frustrated with Authy. Now, one of the other things, and I don't know if this has changed with Google Authenticator, which is one of the most popular ones. Google Authenticator did not sync via the cloud. It was a one device only service. And I didn't like that. That's why I used Authy, because I don't want it locked to one device, because I am a firm believer in one backup is none backup.
That's right, Nate. You can't move forward unless you back up. Behold the power of backup.
Yes. So back to Authy. So I can't use it on my computer, even with my Silicon Mac. I can't do the iPad app. It's only on my phone. Now, it isn't the biggest deal because I usually have my phone with me when I'm at my computer to open it there and type in 6 numbers or whatever it is. But as we were discussing prior to the show, we might have a couple different options for you.
Yeah.
Now, if you are in the Apple world, or even if you just have a few Apple devices, Dave informed me, and I probably knew this at some point, but the Apple Passwords app, which has only existed since last fall, I think, is it when they released that? Because they had the iCloud passwords, and then they released the standalone password app on all Apple devices.
Yeah.
So that you can set them up in there and then access them on your computer. So I think I'm actually going to switch to that. I have way too many in Authy, and some of them I don't need anymore. It's going to be a pain to switch over. But you can do the codes in there along with your passwords. It's synced through iCloud. It's pretty secure. But another option, our favorite password manager besides Apple Passwords, the one we both use for our complex lives, is Bitwarden, which there is a very adequate free version of Bitwarden that you can use. They can do 2-factor codes. Now, I've always been a little leery of having all your passwords and your authenticator codes in the same app. But again, you have to look at the spectrum of convenience and security and where you want to fall on that. But I think that
don't let those prices fool you. There's a free version. So.
Yes. But I would say, I think I really need to start recommending to everybody just to use the Apple Passwords, the Apple Authenticator. I think you can do most authentication services. Microsoft has one too, and I don't know if they make you use theirs.
Didn't they deprecate their Microsoft Authenticator? I think it's going away.
Oh, yeah, maybe I can't keep up.
I know.
Then
I don't know why they would ever do
Salesforce,
that.
I have one for some sort. I think I have 5 Authenticator apps on my phone.
So
Um,
I have a little insight as to why Authy probably is getting rid of their computer program and sticking with mobile. Is that this whole authenticator and passcode? No, what is it? Is it the passcode? The new thing that's out?
Passkeys.
Passkeys. Sorry, passkeys. Because what the passkey does is uses a biometric layer to
Yes.
authenticate who you are. And on phones, you either have a fingerprint ID or a face ID or some other type of PIN code or something to get into your phone. And so I think all these apps are pivoting to mobile so that you can do stuff like that. But Apple Passwords, all the Macs that are out there now, the new devices and iPads and iOS, all of them have biometric um,
Yeah.
security. A touch, if like my MacBook over here has a fingerprint sensor. If you buy an iMac, the keyboard has it built in. All of their devices now have it. So that's why it's multi-platform for
Yeah.
Apple. And people like Authy probably are saying, well, we don't want to support computers that don't have biometrics, so they're probably dropping support for it. That would be my guess.
Yeah, yeah, and I will say, since I have a lot of clients that use a lot of Windows computers, especially Windows laptops, they have either the Windows Hello, which is similar to Face ID, or a lot of them, the newer laptops have the fingerprint stuff in there. So I think Hey Grandma got her problem figured out with
Yeah,
the
we talked about
Authenticator
it
app.
offline.
But it is complicated, and especially now, I actually saw a couple people that did explainer articles on passkeys this week, and I was like, well, do we get into that too? My recommendation for you would be to use a password manager, whether it's Bitwarden or Apple Passwords, depending on the world you live in, and use those for your authenticator apps too. And if any service offers you a passkey, I would set that up as well, especially if it's on your own device, not if you're using a computer at the
Not at the
library or
library.
something.
No, no.
But passkeys are good, but in those things I was reading, they they are not eliminating passwords yet. We're not to that stage, but eventually it could move more to this passkey thing where you're not having to remember passwords, or if you have a passkey, or where your password's
And
saved.
you say, well, what do I do if I don't have a phone that has a biometric thing and I just have a laptop. That's all I want, a PC laptop, and it doesn't have a sensor. Well, then you'll be defaulted down to they're going to send you an email link, and then you have to click the link and then come back. That's going to be the future for people who don't have biometric devices
Yes.
that they can quickly use passkeys on. They're going to have to just use an email or potentially a text message, although I would say that might be a little less secure.
Yeah, yeah, there were issues with text messages, so there's
They
less
can
and
be
less.
intercepted easier.
Yes, but yeah, security is complicated, but there are some good solutions out there, especially if you're in Apple's world, the Apple passwords. I'm tempted just to switch everything in there just because it works so easily, and 95% of the time I'm using Apple devices for everything these
And if you're
days.
not, you just pull your phone out and look it up,
Yeah,
type it in
yeah.
manually on your other machine.
Do it on your watch and pull it up there,
Yeah,
and
true. True.
so lots of options on that. So that was some listener mail from Hey Grandma, who is usually in the live chat with us. I hope all is well. She's probably, I have realized that this time in August, a lot of people are doing a lot of traveling because they're
Yeah.
realizing that Labor Day's in 2 weekends.
I bet she and the train guy are out looking at trains. That'd be my guess.
We can only hope.
Yeah.
We can only hope. Well, let us move on to our takes of the week. A couple other news stories we wanted to cover. The first one, Apple launching redesigned blood oxygen feature on Apple Watch in the US today, and I think that was yesterday.
Yeah.
No.
So
The
I
whole
know
story?
I know the story. So a while back, Apple got sued by a company who owned a patent. Oh, you're slowing down a little bit there, Nate.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, I'll while you're getting that resolved.
Yes.
Apple got sued by a company that had invented the technology for the blood sensor on the watch, and so the government or whoever made them take that out of the software on newer devices, newer watch devices, and so they had to basically cripple those new watches so that they couldn't do the oxygen sensor functionality. Well, it's been locked up in trials for the longest time, but Apple found a workaround, and the workaround was that instead of taking the oxygen on your wrist and displaying it on the watch, they take the data covertly, send it to your phone, and then on your phone you can look at your metrics and your vitals and all those type of things. And so the watch is only being used to record the data, but not to display and interpret the data, only to record it. So that's the workaround. And I heard on another podcast that the patent for that technology is going to expire like either later this year or next year. And so Apple's just going to use this workaround until, I hit the wrong button, I'm sorry. They're going to use this workaround until the patent expires, and then they'll probably re-enable full functionality on the newer watches. Now, if you bought a watch, I believe it's before 2021, the blood oxygen sensor display app and everything works perfectly. It's only on newer models. So that's kind of the drama. So there you go. If you have a watch that's has been crippled previously, you now have most of that functionality back.
Yes, yes. And
That's
I think my screen was actually, or my video was freezing because I opened that 9 to 5 Mac article.
Well, you need
it
an
was
ad
just
blocker,
spinning
my
and trying
friend.
to load. Yeah, I guess so. That was crazy. This next one, I was going to put this in just the headlines, but I figured we should talk about it. Forget Netflix. Volkswagen locks horsepower behind paid subscription.
Yeah, this is another one of those stupid things that car companies are doing. Tesla has done this in the past, is that they have a feature that's in the device that you buy, but in order to use it, you have to pay a subscription or an unlock fee to use it. And it's like, what in the world is happening here?
Yes.
So there you go. If you want the performance upgrade, you pay them, and then they will change the software in your car so that it operates with more horsepower. It's so dumb.
Yeah, the subscription stuff, subscription fatigue is real. And then when it affects your vehicle, that's which I guess we have another listener mail. Maybe we'll talk about next week with the EVs and that kind of stuff. But
well, I seem to remember it was BMW or somebody a while back wanted to software unlock the heaters in the seats in your car.
Oh yeah,
they come with it, but you can't use them unless you pay extra or something.
Oh, here's what I want. I want one of these car manufacturers where they actually have a coin insert where you have to put quarters in, like the warmer you want your seat, like,
yeah,
a shower at a campground or something for hot water, you got to
let's
pay
be
for
a little more advanced. It's going to be an Apple Pay. You have to tap to pay.
Yes.
To unlock the stereo or something.
Yes, a little NFC card reader, so your friend could take out their credit card and tap it on there to pay for your heated seats. Or and how long till Ubers start doing that? Upcharges on your Uber if you want the heat on or the air conditioning, you got to pay extra.
Don't give them any ideas. This is kind of like we're going to be in a world like Cuba where there was no import and export of various items like cars, and people were using 1970s vehicles well into the 90s and 2000s because they couldn't get new parts. So maybe that's what we need to do in America is revive the old classic cars, so that we don't have to deal with all this digital nonsense.
Oh man, just crazy. Well, this is kind of the opposite of subscription fatigue. Sling TV's new Day Pass lets you watch live sports and TV for just $5. So I was very intrigued with this because all these streaming services make their money off. $5 for 24-hour access. So let's say the Super Bowl, or they have a day pass for $4.99, a weekend pass for $10, or a week pass for $15. So let's say you were going on vacation and you had to watch your baseball or whatever it is, you could pay this fee without having the monthly, because I think Sling TV is probably $60 or $70 a month.
Yeah.
And so, obviously the math probably works out for whatever it is, but I think this would mostly be for sports. I could see myself doing it for something like March Madness, where I don't have any TV coverage currently.
Yeah.
And, if I wanted to watch the first weekend of March Madness, I'd just pay $10 and not have to worry about a subscription. So what do they have? The orange, the blue, and the select.
And with the orange, it looks like you get ESPN 1, 2, and
Wow.
3, 4K, and freeform, Motor Trend, and there are other options. Blue looks like if you're a news junkie, you got Fox News,
No.
Bravo, MSNBC, USA. And then the silver looks like you get a little educational stuff with National Geographic and some grit. Is that a sports, or is that
I want to
like
say that's
old
like a
shows?
Western,
Yeah.
old
Let me click on
Westerns,
it.
but
Anyway, I it's ridiculous. I just want to watch. Here's what I want. For $6 a month, I want to subscribe to a streaming service, and I want to watch everything with no ads. That's what I want.
perfect. I
Yeah.
want some sort of metal device I could connect to the back of my TV and then
Go
watch
on.
everything for free.
With
With
ads.
with ads,
That
yeah,
still
that's true.
exists, by the way.
Yes, it does.
You know
I
how it
should
is.
hook up an antenna just because there are times where I just want to have the TV on for whatever it is.
What it is
Uh,
now is you buy your TV, Samsung, Sony, Vizio, whatever, and they have a built-in channel thing now, or you
mm,
download an app, but it's like Samsung TV, and there's like 30, 40 channels in there that are basically over the air content that's been repackaged and
yeah,
made
like
more
Pluto
convenient.
TV or
Yeah.
Freevee, some of those ones.
And even some just over the stuff that you'd normally find over the air, QVC. Um, I don't know. I
Yeah.
was going to say Telemundo, but I don't know that for sure. But stuff you can pick up over the aerial, so to speak.
Nice. Yeah. So, yeah, that I mean, it's just something nice to have in your back pocket, just in case, to know that that exists. And our last take of the week, Duolingo, they've kind of had a couple roller coaster weeks, but what's happened with Duolingo lately? I don't know if we really talked about the first thing. Was the CEO came out and said that his goal was to replace most employees with AI, and people
You
didn't
shouldn't
like
say that.
that. Yes, yeah. I have a client that just moved to a new software system, and she said, "Yeah, my goal is to get rid of some of these employees." And I'm like, "Well, that's great. Just don't tell them,
Mm-hmm. You said
because they're
the
not going to like that."
inside part out loud. You're not supposed to say that. And what was the second thing? And you're kind of
Yes,
froze up
yes.
again. I'll go back to the
So
article.
they had that. Oh man, I don't
Well,
know what I
I
closed
can
that
cover the
tab.
other
I'm going to
thing
close some
is
tabs here. Apparently,
the
yep.
AI. Someone said, "Oh, the new Chat GPT 5 or whatever, you can just vibe code your own app to do Spanish. You can just build it yourself. So why do we need Duolingo to do it?" And of course, that hit uh, the stock a little bit because the market's fickle, and so if you have a product that an AI can do for free or cheap, the stock price is going to go down. So it was kind of a double whammy on them. But you know what it did is it inspired me to re-download Duolingo, and I committed to 5 minutes a day. I've
Oh,
got to do my thing today. Um,
nice.
so let's see if I can do something here. Yo soy una hombre. Did I say it right? I'm a
Mm.
man. Anyway, so there you go.
Very nice. Man, you are learning
I'm going to be an
away, but
interpreter here in about a week.
yes. We'll start our Telemundo
There you
not
go.
nerdio show
Nerdio.
soon.
Just add an O to the end and then it's
Yes.
Spanish.
Yes. So I think maybe it was having, so I didn't say it at the top of the show. The reason why I don't have a green screen, different background, coming at you from parts unknown. I do have decent internet, but I am using my Mac to live stream
Do
from, as
everything.
opposed to my second PC that I usually do the live streaming portion through. So I think Maybe my computer's just getting overloaded. My tab problem in the web
That
browser.
you, we need to talk offline, but my computer, I believe, is not as advanced as yours. Well, it's got the newer chip, but
Yeah.
anyway, I'm doing
Yeah,
just
I
fine.
probably have 60 to 70 tabs open
No,
right now. I'm trying
no.
to furiously close a couple while
What browser are you using, if I may ask?
Brave browser.
Okay, well, at least you're not using Chrome. That thing would
No.
bring it to its knees.
Yes, yes. So what I should be doing is using, and I think I did this before when I used my Mac, use a separate browser for the live streaming portion, and then have my, or even close down Brave browser and use something else during the show. But
Yeah. Well, just get
anyways,
3 computers going, you know.
yeah, I did close some tabs and I do seem to be better, which takes us to our bonus odd take of the week. We've got this is a fun one, Cloudgazing.online.
Bring clouds to life. Get inspired by others. Share your creations. Classify clouds with AI. So let's take a look down here. So I just peeked here a moment ago.
Yeah.
That a simple drawing shows an owl with a rounded head, circular eyes, a triangular beak, and a body with wings. Now, is this AI doing this?
So you can draw on it yourself. So if you go back up to the owl one,
Yeah.
and then underneath, if you click on peak, you can see,
Oh.
so you can submit clouds. They have all these photos of clouds, and then you
boy.
can draw your own design of what you see in the cloud.
Ah, so where does AI come in?
So I think, let's see.
Let me go up at the top here. I just read the thing.
Yeah, I was just
Classify
having a good
clouds.
time looking through the clouds.
Huh.
So if
I want to draw one. Let's find one to draw on.
Yeah.
How do I do that? I just pick one and draw?
Yeah.
There we go. I'm going to choose this one. And I'm going to say this looks like an exclamation point. Booyah.
And so then I think the AI will maybe say what
it's doing the description. That's what it's doing.
Yes.
I didn't have to write a prescription. No,
prescription.
A description.
Yeah.
So mine's not published there yet, but yeah, simple face in the sky. A face is created with straight line. That's where the AI is coming in right there, or on these terribly dry descriptions.
Yes.
That's cool. That's fun. Cloudgazing.online. Who knew?
Who knew? I mean, what a fun little thing. Isla and I, the other day, we went for a little walk and she saw some clouds that looked like a firework. So I should have taken a picture and then she could have drawn fireworks, and but tons of cool cloud pictures too. I think it is definitely nonpartisan to like clouds.
Yes.
I mean, I think they're globally, universally loved in some fashion.
Yeah, I would
but
agree.
Yeah.
Let's see. So this is going to be a snail. See if the AI can
get your drawing skills.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how snails work. They have antennae, which
what you need to do is try this on your iPad with Apple Pencil. Then you can really show off here. Let's see what it says.
Oh, it just goes to the next one. It doesn't let you know. It says has been submitted for approval. It's because they don't want people drawing rude things.
Yes, yes. They want to keep it civil.
I get it. That's cool.
We like. Yes. I like it too. And you know what else I like?
What do you like?
Our picks of the week.
Well, you know, I was all excited to pick my Kindle Colorsoft as my pick of the week, and then I remembered I did it last week.
Yeah.
So you may remember a while back, I bought some Govee these things.
Oh yeah, yep. I bought one of those on your recommendation.
Yeah, and they work great, but I stole one out of my office, that very one, as a matter of fact, to use in the living room because our new air conditioning unit
Oh,
has
yeah.
a really cheesy thermostat that's off
Mm.
like by 3 degrees from like reality,
Jeez.
which doesn't really matter because it's relative,
Yeah.
If it says 75 and it's really 73, and like, do I care? Am I comfortable? But it's not always easy to do the mental, like,
Yes.
remember that. So I got a different thermometer from Govee
Mm.
to put in its place of the one that I stole out of my office. So here it is. It's the Govee
Ooh.
Hydrometer Thermometer H5075 Bluetooth Indoor Room Temperature Monitor Thermometer with remote app control, notification alerts, 2 years data storage, export only supports 164-foot Bluetooth range from
Wow.
Govee. And if you click the 10% coupon, or
Jeez, what a deal.
it was $11. And so
Nice.
let's talk about this deal. Here, look, versus others, you get accuracy. Others, no
No
accuracy.
accuracy.
This one, 2-second refresh rate, 10 seconds. On the other
Whew.
ones, the gray,
Yeah.
the gray
Yeah.
model, a 3-inch screen. Oh, other people have 2-inch screens, and you get the Govee Home app versus
Oh,
none.
none. That's awesome.
So
Comparing to a product that doesn't actually
that
exist.
doesn't
But the
exist.
other one, your previous pick of the week, the one that you showed,
Yeah.
that one doesn't have the app. It doesn't have the nice big screen. So
No,
this one is a huge upgrade.
Nate, what if I told you you actually can connect those to the
Oh,
Govee Home app?
oh,
You can
I
do
did
it.
not know.
I don't have. Let me bring it up on my phone here. But this guy, what it has is the history there. It's got the min and max of the daily highs and lows, which I'm not really using. But what I really enjoyed is, one, it has a cheap price. It's not the cool liquid paper display. It's just an
No,
LCD display.
yeah.
Um, and it's got the larger screen is what I really wanted. So I have to show you, I don't have this hooked up to the phone, so I have to show you here. But I've got the main, which is the one that's in the
Ah,
living room, the studio, which is in here. Let's see if it matches. 75, what does that say? 75.9, 75.9, 54.2. It's accurate.
nice.
And then I've got an outdoor one that's a screenless. Sorry. Boy, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
Just shut down the
Oh,
mainframe.
here we go. Um, it's got the outdoor devices offline, which I don't agree. Let's get it back online. But it's just a little puck with no screen. So that's that one. And then I've got one in the don't tell my wife, the humidor. No, she knows. But they're great for that thing. But the new one is great also. It's
Yeah.
same but different. A couple different features, a little bit bigger display, and more affordable, I would say. These guys were, I don't know, were they like 13, $14 maybe? I
I
can't
don't
remember.
remember. Yeah.
But anyway,
So this one's actually cheaper, but it's better.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the display that I like, the e-ink
Yeah.
paper display. But, I just needed something cheap. So there you go.
Nice.
Are you okay there? Oh, Nate, it's okay. You'll get through it, buddy.
I'm getting a little emotional about my pick of the week.
Oh,
Getting a little choked up. No, this is maybe the least exciting one I've done. Well, I've done some
I don't know. You've done hats before.
unexciting ones. Yes.
You've done YouTubers before.
This is just a Anker USB-C to USB-C 6-foot 2-pack of cables. We've got a couple more USB-C devices in our house these days, and I saw these and I was like, you know what? They're a nice braided cable. They're black, so they're easy to tell which ones they are. But at the price, $12 for a 2-pack of well-built, and they do say they're
Oh, a
Type
2-pack.
C. Yeah, 2-pack, 100-watt charger, cord fast charging, so that'll work for the MacBook or the higher wattage things. Now, the problem is, after I got them, I was back in here looking at the description. They have 4.7 stars on 21,382 ratings. And we do love Anker. The problem when I was reading about this option or about this item, highly compatible, designed to work flawlessly with any USB-C device. And then in parentheses, it says, does not support video output.
Yes.
Why can't we just, like my camera is connected to my computer via a USB-C cable, but according to this USB-C cable would not work for that.
That is correct.
That is what I hate about USB-C. This does do data transfer and charging, which that's a key.
It's the double-edged sword, Nate. So for example, this is a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack.
Using one of those right now.
So the beautiful thing is that this will fit in my phone.
Yes.
The cable you just showed me will fit in my phone. One of these Hooduses here that goes from USB-C to HDMI will fit in my phone. So the great side of that sword is that you only have to have one port that supports all these different uses. The bad part is that each of those peripherals can be wildly different and support different things. So I just look at it as like, well, this cable does HDMI and this cable does audio. I wouldn't expect this cable to do video and this one to do just audio. Just like I wouldn't expect a power cable that costs 2 for $12 to support video.
Yes.
So you kind of have to get your priorities in perspective. Now, a guy we listen to on YouTube and podcast, Alex Lindsay, he doesn't mess with any of this. He doesn't even mess with USB-C. He goes right to Thunderbolt, is it 3?
Thunderbolt 3 or 4. Yeah, Thunderbolt cables.
Thunderbolt cables, which look like USB-C.
Yes, same connector.
Same connector. And they are backwards compatible with USB-C. They can also carry video. So he buys the more expensive $30 cables that do audio, video, data, and power. And it doesn't matter which cable he grabs. They are all going to work. So it's just a matter of kind of where you're at financially. And
yes, he does multi-million-dollar live streams for large corporations as his company. And I do have some Thunderbolt cables, but you know what I figured? And often what I'll do is something like this is I'll just plug it into a charger and it kind of stays in that charger. You know, it's just always ready to go there.
Well, what I do like about this option is that there is a red and a white version. We've had various coded cables for members of our family before. Like my wife has had the red one. I usually get the black or gray, and then one of the kids had the silver or white one. And it was easy to tell whose cable it was. Now, I'm a little disappointed that the 3-foot version only comes in black with some options for the other colors. It must not be very popular. But there's not a discount in price, so you might as well get the 6-foot version.
Yeah, so that... and I might have gotten these on a deal when I ordered them. But yeah, USB-C, I'm trying to get everything there. But Dave, there's one problem, one more problem with USB-C.
Okay.
Is the fact that like my tire inflator pick of the week that I bought, the little battery powered tire inflator.
Yeah.
It charges via USB-C, but I plugged it into the one I have at my desk into a high powered charger. It would not charge. It needed to use the USB-A to C cable because they cheaped out on that USB-C connector just to save 5 cents per unit.
I hate that as well. I have several devices that you have to use the cable that came with the device to charge. It's so dumb. And whenever I discover one of those things, I get rid of it eventually, and I'm like, never again. So I guess it would be good to check before you buy various things. But yes, you're right. That is a hassle.
We are moving to a better world. We're just not there yet. We got some activity out on the driveway
over there, or I don't know. It looked like he had a big thing of pizza, maybe.
Ooh,
there's like cars everywhere.
Pizza
I think
party?
that guy got pizza.
Oh,
maybe. I don't know. What's this guy doing? Is he going to back into the other guy?
Is he Parking in the handicap ramp or the fire hydrant are
Yeah,
his two
which one
options
should
for
I
parking there.
block? Yeah, that's a comment. Oh, might be going for the. Oh no,
The
he just.
handicap, the ADA
Yep,
ramp on the
he's gonna
corner.
have to come clear around to get onto that ramp and then key that guy's car if you have your wheelchair.
Yes, yes. Well, if you would like either of our picks, you can get them on Amazon. But if you're going to get them on Amazon, you should always be going through
That's right.
notpicks.com, where we put all of our previous picks up there to give you easy ways to go purchase them. So many great different things on there. Most of them are from Amazon, but there are plenty of non-Amazon things,
And
or
most
you
of
can
them look
find
like
those.
worthless toys. Uh,
Yes.
a light, a camera cage, a Nintendo Switch.
Those are not toys. Those are business devices.
Business expensive. Oh, is
Yes.
this the tire inflator you're talking about that
Oh,
had
that
the?
is the one, the Air Moto, which I had to use this past week because Chelsea's tire was a little low, and
Yeah.
albeit not as fast as going to the gas station, doing it from the comfort of your driveway with a powered up device. Now, how much is just the standard
Well, I brought this
device on the
picture
Air
up to
Moto?
show you that it comes with USB-C A to
Yeah.
C, USB A to C. Gee, so many letters. So if you don't use that cable, it won't work. Looks like the standard
One's
one
80
is
bucks.
$80, cheap at
Yeah,
twice the price.
I have seen there's this is another one of those where there's a million brands. Air Moto has a little bit of a brand, but I would not. What I would do is click on nut picks sometimes if it's not something specific like Anker or one of the brands we talk about. If it's something like an Air Moto, go on there, see what Amazon recommends. They might have something else that's cheaper because I
Cheaper,
have
yeah.
seen some good deals. But having one of those air inflators is priceless.
You know what? I sorry to keep going to our not picks page, but it is a wealth of cool items. The spider in a box. I need to break that thing out and scare some people. I've only scared a couple people with that thing.
Slacking.
I know.
Slacking. Well, we do know that some of you are going through our not picks links because we have our Ramazon purchase of the week.
Woohoo!
And we've got a very special one that we're waiting for next week on. But this week, somebody bought the Solwit TPU protective case cover for Apple Vision Pro VR headset, durable and slim fit screen protector accessory without affecting tracking scans hold. And this was a previous pick of the week. I need to know who bought this because that means you probably have a Vision Pro.
You know
and
what?
I want to be your friend.
No, you know what? I know what happened. Your mom saw this on the wish list and bought it for you for Christmas, and you're going to get this in a couple months.
Yes.
No, I know very few people own Vision Pros, and everyone that
Yes.
I see online on Facebook Marketplace for cheap is a scam. So
Yep.
I too would like to know more people with Vision Pros.
Yeah, so if that is you, please let me know. We can be matching even with our Solwit TPU protective case covers
Yeah.
because I do have that one. I think Vision Pros, I've said this before and I will say it again quickly. At the beginning, everybody was making viral videos, skateboarding down the street and going to the mall with it on. Now people just use them at home all the time and they don't care about telling people about it.
Mm-hmm.
Isla actually tried mine for the first time
Oh, wow.
last week. I got some video on that time. She didn't want me to video. I was like, I just want to capture your reaction, but I might see if I can post a little bit of that. And hopefully I will get to continue using it and she will not commandeer it from me. But
yeah, that's not something you want her to get hooked on because then you're never going to get a chance to play with it. But you're right.
Exactly.
Many people who have these, you're like, nobody is talking about these anymore. It's because they're just using them at home throughout the day, either to view content or to put a virtual display up and work on their computer or do whatever. So they're just using them.
I spent about 3 hours in mine last night, mostly watching content, and I was checking out some new apps and stuff that they had. But Vision Pro is great, and hopefully cheaper, different ones coming out soon so that more people can get them. But
this fall, I hope. I don't think it's
yes.
going to happen, but
We will see. Well, live chat was a little quiet. I hope that's because everybody's out enjoying this beautiful weather. We
Oh wait, did I
understand.
hit start the stream? Maybe that's our problem.
We need to start this whole thing over. No problem. We'll do it again. But yeah, I want to thank you to all of our followers. Oh, I do got to remind people before you do that.
Oh yeah.
We got to like and subscribe. Ring that bell.
Woohoo! Yes, you want to like and subscribe, just like the
Yes.
Mac says, just like the envelope
Yes.
says, everywhere.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We were just doing the
Yes.
math on that. So I think we
Yes.
need 80 today. Was that how many?
Yeah, we need your help, people. Thank you for the support. Leave a comment, watch the video, find the podcast, but above all else, get out there and tech better. And I talked so long, the music went away.
It's okay.